Alright, so welcome to part 2 of the little Master Sword series. We're going to start off talking about the beam that the Master Sword will get you. As you can see, I have full hearts, 27 hearts plus 3 temporary, giving me a total of 30. So what that gives you with the Master Sword is you cannot throw a Master Sword like you can other weapons. When you have full hearts, you get this beam of light when you try to throw the sword. And how far that beam of light is going to travel depends on how many hearts you actually have. So the less amount of hearts you have, it will not go as far. Now here's where temporary hearts can provide you a benefit. If you have 3 temporary hearts, you could lose those 3 hearts and still have your beam because it's looking at your red hearts. So you have the beam until you actually lose red hearts. Now, as you can see, my sword is glowing blue. You can see there's a guardian off in the distance there. So what I want you to see is that the sword is now at 60 damage. So the damage goes up by 2 times. Instead of being 30, it's now 60. And the durability also goes up as well when around guardians. As you can see, when I walk away here, it is now faded out. And now it is back to 30. But I can go up here. It is now charged up. You can also use this as like an indicator, letting you know that guardian is near. You can go in here. You can see we throw that beam. It doesn't do much damage, even though we are also wearing this armor set, which is the Wild Tunic Set. This is a set you get for completing all 120 shrines. These other ones as well that come from the amiibos will also do the same thing. So there's really no need to level up all these other suits if you have at least one and you actually want that Master Sword beam up ability. I personally don't think it's worth it. It does not do that much more damage. The Master Sword beam doesn't do much damage at all. As you can see here, we'll do a little demonstration and come up here. You saw how much damage that took on 4 swings. So now let's compare that to something like using the ancient armor with ancient proficiency and using a guardian sword. Because if you didn't know, ancient proficiency gives the guardian weapons increased damage. So this is where, I kind of decide that the Master Sword really isn't that great. The great thing about it is that it never breaks. So if you're in a pinch and you need a weapon, you have that. You can see that, to me, the Guardian weapons with the ancient armor is way more beneficial in terms of damage than using the Master Sword itself. So now let's head into our next little part of this video and talk about the Master Sword inside the castle. So we talked about how it powers up around Guardians, but it does also power up inside the Hyrule Castle area. As you can see, our sword is at 30 right now. What we're going to do is we're going to warp into the castle, and you'll see as soon as we reach the castle area, the sword is going to be glowing blue, and it will remain glowing blue throughout the whole Hyrule Castle. Doesn't matter if there's guardians around or not, it gains power around Ganon and the castle there. It also will charge up when you do the Divine Beast as well. I cannot show you that because I've already completed those, so we're just going to stick with showing you here in Hyrule Castle. As soon as we come out of this loading screen, you'll see the sword is already powered up. And I'll show you that is at 60 damage once again. And of course it will stay powered up when you go to fight Ganon as well. So as you can see, we're here inside the castle. We have the castle map indicating that's where we are. The sword is glowing blue. We can check the damage. it is 60 damage as well. So what I'm just going to do is show you that it does stay blue throughout the castle. We don't even have to be around any enemies. So we are getting our increased damage and increased durability at this moment. We'll go in here. Should be a couple enemies for us to fight in here. As you can see, at 60 damage, it takes care of these things very easily. But of course, there are still better options. Let's see what it looks like when we throw on this. So you be the judge. You can go back and count how many whacks it took with each sword and decide what you think is the best option. Of course, the Master Sword's benefit is that it does not break. It only goes down into a charge up state, which takes 10 minutes for it to get its power back. So as you can see, we're back outside the castle. Our sword is no longer glowing blue. It's back to 30 damage. But as we see, there's a guardian in the distance that looks like it is not an active guardian. It has the legs of a walker, but he is not moving. But as you can see, when we approach it, the sword charges up blue, indicating there is a guardian around that can be engaged. And as we get closer, this one will spring to life. So you can kind of use it as like a guardian detector, if you want to call it that. But we'll just go ahead and end his career pretty quickly. Once again, guys, this has been TZ bringing you part 2 of the Master Sword. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of the Master Sword. Do you like it? Do you prefer other swords over it instead? Me personally, I just use it when, mainly I use it for breaking on ore deposits. I have other swords that I prefer to use to do a lot more damage, especially if I'm using the ancient armor. I'll use the guardian weapons, and if you saw my video from the other day, these guardian weapons are fairly easy to farm. There's 8 major tests of strength that you can go around and get you plenty of guardian weapons, so that's never an issue. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, hope you guys are having fun playing Zelda.